everyone, I'm back. Okay, we're gonna have some more cooking practices here and I'll talk about all the ingredients and how good they are for us. So I was thinking of starting out with our blueberry morning shake and I think you'll love it. So these are the ingredients. There's blueberries, they're frozen. You need the frozen ones. And then milk. I use soy milk or almond milk. My favorite is cashew milk, but I don't have it. Cashew milk has the least amount of calories, the least amount of fat, and yet it's way creamier. It's creamy like the soy milk. I love soy milk, so I always use soy milk and cashew milk, but today I'm out of cashew milk. But then I use vanilla, because I like to add vanilla to things. And then I've got two new secret ingredients. So these are the ingredients. There's blueberries, they're frozen. You need the frozen ones. And then milk. I use soy milk or almond milk. My favorite is cashew milk, but I don't have it. Cashew milk has the least amount of calories, the least amount of fat, and yet it's way creamier. It's creamy like the soy milk. I love soy milk, so I always use soy milk and cashew milk, but today I'm out of cashew milk. But then I use vanilla, because I like to add vanilla to things. And then I've got two new secret ingredients. Okay, so always shake up your plant-based milk. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, and then I put in a cup, maybe a little bit more of the either cashew milk or soy milk. And then this one, we put in a little less. It's not as creamy. So I want to make it creamy. Like half a cup of that. All right, I've added blueberries and I'm now using my little hand mixer. If you guys got one, then you can use it like this. Otherwise, you can do this in your blender or the little Nutritious type thing. I had to pour a little bit out because it got a little too high, but I'll pour that back in. Okay, here I go. I'm gonna pour this back in. It was the mixture that was not fitting for whatever reason. I don't know why, because I always use 2 cups. My flavoring of choice on this one is vanilla. So I just put in, probably a teaspoon of vanilla. I never measure, so I can't tell you if it's a teaspoon or not, but it doesn't look like much. It's just a quick splash. But I kind of like the more the better sometimes too. It really makes the drink tasty. Okay, so then the first ingredient, the secret ingredient, is amla, and I use about a half a teaspoon bulging, kind of like that. So maybe it's a full teaspoon, I don't know, it's just a normal teaspoon. But I just lift this up and I put it in. It's amla powder, it's the real fruit, just powdered. And I mix it in like that. Done. Just a little side note about amla. So amla is Indian gooseberry. It is a little tiny berry and it's a little bit on the bitter side, and so you want to put it in things that are naturally sweet. It also has an astringent type of a situation. If you were to put it in your mouth, it feels kind of, it sucks out bad stuff. Like, I can't explain it, but I don't like it alone. It doesn't taste that great alone. So I don't eat it alone. I put it in my smoothie because I can't taste it. But amla is the 7th in the world in highest antioxidant on this earth. The amla berry, or the Indian gooseberry, but amla. It's excellent. Yay, this is the best second secret ingredient, chlorella. I'm gonna use a whole heaping teaspoon in it. And look at how beautiful dark green that is. That is as beautiful green as you can imagine. It looks kind of olive green on the screen to me, but in real life, it's like a black green. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna lift that up and I'm gonna pour it in. And this microalgae chlorella is just powdered chlorella. Excellent stuff. I'm going to drink a little bit out of this because it is a little too full. Tastes great. Okay, a note about chlorella. So chlorella is number 2, or has in it number 2 highest antioxidant in the world. The very highest antioxidant in the world, it comes from what's called a dragon tree, a dragon blood tree. It's the resin from this tree that is almost extinct, and it lives on an island off of the country of Yemen. We're not going to get any dragon's blood, but just barely below dragon's blood is what's called astaxanthin, 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 and that is what is in chlorella. I hope you will Google astaxanthin and that chlorella, and then also amla. Google that. Go Google those 3 things. So astaxanthin is in the chlorella, and it's what makes marine life pink. So like shrimp, they're pink. Their astaxanthin turns these sea life things pink. There's krill, there's lobster, crabs, they're all pink because of the astaxanthin in the microalgae. Flamingos, Gina's favorite, are pink because of the microalgae they eat. By the way, so I get chlorella and amla off of Amazon. And also, just a little side note, if you make a mess making this blueberry drink like I did, just hurry and clean it up before your mom gets home and tells you to clean it up. Just kidding. We're the moms. We get to do whatever we want, or dads. Anyway, that is a fantastic drink. I'm gonna pour it into a really nice little cup so I can show you the color of it. Okay, are you ready? It looks like this. Okay, I'm just teasing. That's a green glass. I thought I'd just kind of freak you out there for a minute. Okay, it looks like this. It's just dark purple. So a dark purple, yummy blueberry shake that you don't even see or taste or anything, these fantastic foods, because it kind of freaks you out that something's green going into your drink. That's okay. Actually, it's better than okay. If you Google chlorella, you'll find out a lot. And the astaxanthin that's in the chlorella, that's going to be your like major antioxidant type of thing that just takes care of everything. Okay, folks, next we're going to do some beans. So I've got 4 kinds of beans here. You can use whatever kinds you want. I kind of like to use one of each. There's 2 of them that are low sodium that I found. These ones didn't come in low sodium. I rinse every single one of them as good as can be because we don't want that sodium on our food. It's not good for us. 50% of the sodium in any canned foods or anything processed like that stays with it, even if you rinse it off. So rinse it the very best you can. Here's the kidney beans and the pinto beans. What we're gonna make today is refried beans, our very own, because the ones in the can, the refried beans that you buy, are not healthy for you. They have lard in them and a lot of salts, and we're gonna make them just out of our canned beans with our little handy dandy mixer. This is what it looks like so far. It's getting better. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Little more water. I probably put in a quarter a cup of water, maybe a little more. Some of the other ingredients I like to put in are onion and garlic, and then a little red pepper. So here we go. I've got it all mixed up. Put in quite a bit of onion because it just plain old makes everything good. It is so yummy. Okay, mix that baby up. And then some garlic, maybe just a little bit of garlic. And then a little bit, just a little bit, a dash of red pepper. You remember what red pepper does? It makes our bodies create apoptosis. Apoptosis makes our bodies kill bad cells. So whenever you can, put red pepper on anything you can think of. Now we're gonna put it on these high fiber tortillas. If you look back here, these high fiber tortillas, and I know it's backwards, but you get the gist. It's 50 calories, which is really nice because you don't need extra calories from fat or anything like that. This one has 1.5 total grams of fat, but it has no saturated fat. Everything in it is plant instead of the animal fat and animal-based stuff. But it has 11 grams of fiber. That's what we want. That's what our gut wants. So that's what we're gonna buy. They're a little bit more expensive, but it's well worth it to get all that fiber, and guaranteed you're not able to eat much when you eat that much fiber. I'm gonna put some of this in the middle, just like that. Maybe a little more because I love it so much. And this is the time when you add a little salt. So you add a little salt after everything's done because the other salt kind of gets mixed in and you end up having to salt it anyway. So just put a little bit of salt on that. Just barely any. There you go. And you'll taste that a lot more than if we would have put salt in that mixture. We would have had to add more on top of it. Remember the rice we made the last time? So I just made some rice the other day, and here's my rice from my fridge. I'm gonna put a little on top of it. Here we go. Just a little bit, and that adds some more bulk to it and more flavor. And then lastly, we're gonna put a little bit of spring mix on it, like this. I like to shove it on, and then in the microwave, it just wilts. So that will wilt down. It looks like a lot, but it'll wilt down. See, it wilted down. So it still is really full because I think I put too much of the beans in it, but I don't care. If I make a mess, I'll hurry and clean it up before Mom gets home. One thing that I like to put on my burritos as well is avocado, and I don't have one prepared this morning, so I do have one in my fridge, but I just better close up. But I wanted to do a little quiz. Let's see if you remember what is in chlorella. It starts with an A. It's an antioxidant, and it's excellent for everything, and it turns flamingos pink. astaxanthin. Second quiz. What's the other thing we put in the blueberry drink? Starts with an A, sort of. It can also start with an I because it can start with Indian. That's right, it's Indian gooseberry and it's called amla. And that is the 7th highest antioxidant in the world. And remember, chlorella has the astaxanthin in it, which is, astaxanthin is the second highest in the world. And so it's so excellent for you. What you want to also Google, that I didn't tell you to do before, is Google astaxanthin and eye health. It is number one, way high up, the best in eye health to prevent macular degeneration. A little hint on drinking our Purple Friend drink is to use a straw. Otherwise, which is fine, you're gonna have blue lips and blue teeth and a blue tongue. Although the blue tongue comes with the straw too. But yeah, you look kind of funny for a minute. And it can stain your teeth temporarily. So one thing that would be great is to make sure you take a toothbrush and just lightly, not with toothpaste or anything, but just with water, just rinse it out. Rinse it out with that toothbrush. I hope you enjoyed the recipes today. They are just fantastic, but the very best thing behind them are those ingredients, those special ingredients that will make us so healthy inside and go in and clear everything out. I forgot to mention chlorella. So it is a marine type thing. It doesn't have to be the ocean, but mine is obviously it's the freshwater because it doesn't taste at all. You just don't taste anything. It clears out heavy metal toxins. And that is a fantastic thing because our colon is like a little sponge for heavy metal toxins, and it creates a lot of problems. We have no idea what goes into our bodies, but we can make sure we do know what takes stuff out of our bodies. It's worth it to buy that chlorella and the amla. They're very cheap online, and I'm not promoting anything here, but a bag of each, I think one is $11.99 and the other is $12.99. I can't remember which one, but it goes a long ways and it is fantastic for our health. And you can add it into things so that you don't even taste anything. I put the chlorella in my spaghetti sauce the other day. Fantastic, can't see a thing. It made it darker, slightly, and you just don't taste anything, and yet you get all that goodness. And when you Google that, you'll find out how special it is. And I tell you that because I really love you. I want you to have the very best health, and I want you to be knowledgeable about it and aware of what you can do, what we can do, what's in our power and our control to make our health better. Have a great week.